In this video lecture, we will study switchgear and protection subject. Unit 5 Protection of Transformer, Alternator, Motor and Bus Bar. The topic is bus bar protection. What is the need of bus bar protections? Bus bar are important element of electric power system, and due to that it requires attention for the protection of it. Busbar in the generating stations and substations form important link between incoming and outgoing circuits. If the fault occurs on busbar, considerable damage and disruption of supply will occur. So it is necessary that we should design some protection scheme to protect the busbar against the probable faults. So in protection zone, there is a bus bar protection zone for the purpose of protection of bus bar. First protections that we are studying for the bus bar protection is the circulating current protection of bus bar. Here, as you can see in this diagram, one generator G is supplying current I1 to the bus bar. From the bus bar, two outgoing feeders, feeder 1 supplying load current I2 and feeder 2 supplying load current I3. On each line, CTs are mounted to measure the current and for the protection purpose. Here in this diagram, protection purpose CTs are shown. As you can see in this diagram, the CTs mounted on the feeders are connected in parallel, and these parallel connected CTs are connected in parallel with the generator line CT. And in the midway between the two, relay is connected. Under normal operating condition, whatever the current is I1 is entering to the bus bar, that will be supplied by the two feeder, and the same current is I2 and I3. So under normal load condition, I1 equal to I2 plus I3. So here for the CT, we are using same CT ratio, identical CT ratio. So if the CT near the generator is 500 by 5 ampere CT, then CT on the feeder 1 and 2 is also same CT current rating 500 by 5 ampere. So CT secondary current I1 and CT secondary current on feeder side I2 plus I3 both are same. So relay current is I1 minus I2 plus I3, that is equal to 0. So under normal condition or external fault condition, current through the relay coil is 0 and this circuit is inoperative. When there is an internal fault, as you can see in this diagram, internal fault is occurring before the CT. So that's why it is known as internal fault. So when the fault occurs, fault current is supplied by the generator. Part of the fault current is flowing through the fault and the less current is flowing through the CT of feeder 1. So the resultant current flowing through the relay is not equal to 0 because the summation of I2 plus I3 not equal to current I1. So resultant current is flowing through the relay and relay will operate and trip the circuit breaker. Next is the frame leakage current protections. But before that, what is the meaning of frame? A metallic structure is provided surrounding the each conductor in the bus structure. This metallic structure also surrounds switch gear associated with the bus. This metallic structure is known as a frame. Then what is frame leakage? The above metallic structure is earthed. When there is a fault involving connection between conductor and earthed metallic frame work occurs, current flows through metallic framework to earth. This current is known as frame leakage current, and this phenomenon is known as frame leakage. Now to provide protection for such type of product, this protective scheme is adopted. As you can see in this diagram, one transformer is supplying the bus bar through the feeder A, and there are two outgoing feeders, feeder B and feeder C, which is supplying the load. Around this metallic frames, around this bus bar, as you can see by this dotted line, a metallic structure framework for the switchgear is shown, and this metallic structure is grounded through this CT. You can see this, it is with the help of this CT, it is connected with the ground. So whenever whatever the fault, whenever there is a leakage fault current flowing through the metallic structure to the ground, that current is flowing through the CT primary also. CT primary current is stepped down and it is given to this frame leakage relay. So frame leakage relay will energize and it close its contact. There is one another check relay is provided on the neutral earthing of the incoming transformer. So whenever there is a fault, the path of the leakage fault current will be like this. It is flowing through the metallic frame structure to the ground, and through the ground it is going to the neutral of the transformer. So this leakage frame leakage current is also flowing through the neutral CD of the transformer. So it will step down the current and it will energize the check relay. Check relay, when energized, it closes its contact and it will energize this multi-contact relay, which is used to open the circuit breaker of feeder A, B and C. So whenever there is a frame leakage fault occurs, when there is a fault occurs, due to these frame leakage protections, all the circuit breakers of all the feeders A, B and C are opened and provide the protections. You can see here in this protection system, there are two contacts of the relay are connected in series. One is the frame leakage relay and another one is the check relay. Such type of protection will provide protection only in zone fault. That means whenever the fault is occurring between the two CT, then only it will provide the protection for such type for this system. If the fault is outside the zone, then only check relay which is connected in the neutral CT of the transformer will energize and frame leakage relay will not energize. So multi-contact relay will not close all the circuit breaker because it is external fault for such type of system. So by this means frame leakage protection is used for the bus bar protection.